Finally, after years in development hell, we've gotten an announcement about the Batman movie that's been announced quite a while ago. And just about earlier, I think yesterday, it's been announced that Matt Reeves is directing and releasing the movie of the Batman on June 25th, 2021. That's really reassuring, at least. Also, on top of that, Ben Affleck is out officially as the Batman, and now they are actively searching for a new Batman to take over the role, preferably somebody in their 20s, early 30s. I'll have more about that right after the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. I'm your host, Ronnie, and today we're going to talk about the news on the Batman movie that we've all been waiting for, at least a release date for now, because it's been years, and it was getting really frustrating, and it just seemed like DC and Warner Brothers was just dodging this movie all along. But now we can actually rest assured and at least know that a couple things that Matt Reeves still cares and wants to do the Batman movie, and Ben Affleck is out. I'll have more on that right now, so I'll go ahead and direct you guys to the article on the topic. After years of development hell, the Batman finally has a release date. Deadline is reporting that Warner Brothers has given Matt Reeves' Batman film a summer slot in 2021. The official date is June 25th, 2021. Now that the film has a date, Deadline's report indicates that the search is on for a new Batman. Reeves' script is set to focus on a younger Batman, Bruce Wayne, which would preclude Ben Affleck's involvement. Affleck's departure had been rumored for years. Originally, Affleck was slated to direct and star in a Batman solo movie that he co-wrote with Geoff Johns. However, Affleck stepped down from the director's chair in 2017. At the time, Affleck intended to remain as the star of the film. Reeves joined the project as a director shortly after Affleck's decision in 2017. Recently, Reeves' Batman film showed new signs of life. Earlier this week, Reeves shared some details about the movie while speaking to The Hollywood Reporter. It's a very much a point of view driven noir Batman tale, said Reeves. The narrative is very squarely on his shoulders, and I hope it's going to be a story that will be thrilling but also emotional. It's more Batman in his detective mode than we've seen in many films before. The comics have a history of that. He's supposed to be the world's greatest detective, and I do agree myself, and so does the rest of the world and the fans, and that's not necessarily been a part of what the movies have been. I love this to be one where we go on that journey of tracking down the criminals and trying to solve a crime. It's going to allow his character to have an arc so that he can go through a transformation. So who would you guys cast as the new Batman? Are you excited to see the next Batman movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. So a couple things before I conclude this video. I want to touch upon a few topics that Matt Reeves brought in that statement, and some of the things that I really liked is that Matt Reeves really wants to focus on the detective aspect of the Batman because he is the world's greatest detective for a reason. And that's something that the movies, on all movies, no matter what you think of them, especially the Christopher Nolan movies, which are considered the best incarnations of Batman on screen to date, all the movies really lacked that detective aspect. And that's what Batman's really well known for. He's a master at solving crime. He's the world's greatest detective. On top of that, a crime fighter. A really damn good one too. And I'm glad that somebody wants to focus on that. And that's something that we've all as fans have been longing for. We got little tidbits of detective mode in some movies, more recently the Christopher Nolan films, but they were just small little montages. No, he wants to focus on the detective aspect probably throughout majority of the film. Let's say 70-80% of the movie, it's going to be focusing on solving a crime the way an actual average detective would solve a crime. And that's awesome. I'm really excited for that. On another topic, and sorry to go off on tangent here, but we've gotten some fan art from some actors who could potentially play some characters in the movie because this Batman movie is expected to have a multitude of villains. And knowing Batman has arguably one of the most popular rogues galleries there is. I mean, they don't really necessarily need an origin story, but it seems that we're heading in that route moving forward with like Birds of Prey and some other stories that focus on the villains of well-known superheroes. It is also confirmed that Matt Reeves wants to take a bunch of rogues from Batman's rogues galleries and put them in the movie as well. You don't necessarily have to explain their no origin story, but at this point, we already know who the Batman villains are. Even like people that are casually a fan of Batman and fan of the movies, who don't really necessarily read the comics, know who the Riddler is or Two-Face is. You don't really necessarily need to give them a origin story in the film for it to be a great movie. And I've noticed that that's been quite a trend lately. Superhero movies as of late haven't been really getting origin films as of late because nobody wants to hear the story all over again. You know who the character is, you love him, you know him, you just want to see something happen, you want a good story. And I like it that we're going in that direction. And if you want to get to know the characters as such, go ahead and read the comics. That's what they're there for. And we've had plenty of fan art, like Josh Gad as the Penguin, which I think is a really good choice. I can neither confirm or deny that Josh Gad is going to be the Penguin, but one can hope and one can imagine, right? And of course, there's also rumors about a Batman Beyond animated feature film coming out soon. And fans really want Michael Keaton to reprise his role as Bruce Wayne Batman. And there's this nice little fan art I found as to what Michael Keaton will look like as Bruce Wayne in the future in Batman Beyond. And I gotta say, it looks really cool and spot on, and I would love to see that incarnation of Batman Beyond. Due to the popular success of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, DC's looking to do the same thing with its characters. And that's my take on it. So what do you guys think? Who should be the next Batman? Remember, they're looking for somebody preferably in their late 20s, early 30s. A lot of people are saying Ryan Gosling or Jake Gyllenhaal should be probably the next Batman. Personally, I think they're pretty good choices, but if you have any other ideas or any preferences, please let me know down in the comment section below. And what are your thoughts about Ben Affleck being out as Batman? He never said that he'll never return as Batman, because he could potentially return for a future Batman film in present day, and that possibility is still open. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Please like this video. Don't forget to comment down below. Be sure to subscribe and click on bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.